Let me tell you a story. It's a simple story, really, about a boy, an old watch, and a lesson about the one thing in the whole world that we can never, ever get back, and that's time. You see, our story starts with a young boy who had the most wonderful gift you could imagine. He had all the time in the world. He had morning hours, afternoon hours, and evening hours. But he kind of spent them doing, well, not much of anything. He just didn't realize how special his gift really was.
So, every single day, the boy would just wander around his village with no plan at all, letting the minutes and hours just drift away like clouds in the sky. And his father would watch him, his heart a little bit worried, because he knew his son needed to understand just how precious the daylight was that he was letting slip away. So, one morning, the father came up with a plan. It wasn't going to be a boring lecture or a scolding. No, it was going to be an adventure, a journey of discovery. He was about to send his son on a very strange and mysterious quest.
The father called his son over and handed him an old ticking watch. He said, "I want you to take this to the market. Ask everyone you see what they think it's worth." And just like that, the boy's very first strange quest had begun.
So the boy went off to the busy, bustling market. He showed the watch to a shopkeeper, who looked it over for a moment and said, I'll give you 500 rupees for it. Okay, a simple answer, but this was only the beginning. He walked a little farther and showed the watch to another person. But this time, the price was totally different. 1,000 rupees, the person declared. Now the boy was starting to feel a bit confused. How could the exact same watch have two different prices? A third person he asked offered him 800 rupees. It was so strange. Everyone he met gave him a different number. It seemed like nobody could agree on what this simple old watch was really, truly worth.
So, what do you think? Why did everyone have a totally different idea about the watch's value? The boy wondered about this all the way home, where he told his father about the jumble of different prices he'd heard.
His father just smiled. And the next day, he gave his son an even stranger, even more confusing task. He said, "Go back to the market, but this time, don't ask for the price of the watch. I want you to ask for the price of the time inside the watch."
The price of the time? Inside? I mean, what could that possibly mean? The boy had absolutely no idea, but he trusted his father. So he took the watch and headed right back to the very same market, feeling very, very puzzled.
But when he started asking his new question, people just stared at him like he was being silly. Some of them actually laughed right in his face and said, "The price of time? Ha! What a foolish question."
Others were even less patient. They just waved him away, looking annoyed. "Go away," they'd say. "Stop wasting our time with your silly riddles." The boy's face started to feel hot with embarrassment. He felt sad and a little bit alone. Nobody understood the question. Just when he was about to give up and go home, he saw a tiny little shop where a very old man was carefully fixing watches with tiny tools. The boy took a deep breath, walked inside, and asked his strange question one last time. The old watchmaker stopped what he was doing, looked up, and gave the boy a kind, knowing smile. The old man's voice was soft and gentle. "Son," he said, "you are asking a very, very wise question. But the answer is, you cannot put a price on time." Isn't that interesting? The one person who knew everything about watches also understood everything about time. He went on, "You could have all the gold coins in the entire world, but you can't use them to buy back even one single second that has already passed. Once a moment is gone, it's gone forever. It's just like a grain of sand slipping right through your fingers." Then, the watchmaker explained time's big secret. The tricky part is that it's always passing, always slipping away from us. But the wonderful part, the really amazing part, is that you get to choose exactly how to spend it. You see, the watchmaker explained that time is the one thing that's truly fair. Every single person on Earth, whether they're a king in a castle or a baker in a shop, gets the exact same 24 hours each and every day. The only thing that's different is what they do with those hours. And in that moment, for the boy, everything just clicked. It was like a little light switched on inside his head. He finally understood what his father was trying to teach him. He thanked the wise old man and ran all the way home, his heart feeling full and brand new. And you know what? From that day forward, the boy was never lazy again. He stopped wandering around without a plan. He finally understood that every single moment was a little treasure, and he started to use his time wisely, working hard, learning things, and having fun. He had found the greatest treasure of all. So, the boy learned that time is free for everybody, but it's also completely priceless. You can't put it in your pocket and own it, but you can definitely use it. You can't lock it in a box and keep it, but you can spend it. And the most important lesson of all, once it's lost, you can never, ever get it back.
So that really leaves us with a question, doesn't it? If every day is like a brand new handful of sand, a fresh handful of time, what are you going to build with it? How will you choose to spend your priceless